Welcome, coaches, to the Coaching Magic Podcast, where we reveal, discover, and create the insights, tools, and aha moments that make your coaching seem, well, magical. I'm your host, Jill Young, and I invite you to listen up, giddy up, and buckle up as we play with this creative profession of coaching that helps humans become their best, including you. Buckle up, coaches, because today, Andrea Jones and I, who is my dear friend and a coach, we unpack the answer to what's love got to do with it. I should probably sing that. What's love got to do with it? I'm in a singing mood today. There is more singing in this episode, but we unpack the power of love in coaching. Andrea introduces us to this concept of a patient teacher and an eager student. We talk about eros, leaning in. So I encourage you to open your heart, be ready to receive, be ready to feel, because this episode just might blow you away. Enjoy. I have been looking forward to this conversation for months.
Thank you, Jill.
My coaching friends, Drea is my good friend, and I love the timing of this conversation because in the last few weeks, we have unpacked and uncovered and unfolded into a really, really powerful topic. And the topic is love.
The topic is love.
Oh my goodness. I'm just wondering, coaches, just like take a gander in your own mind and think, if I could have thought, what is the topic going to be today? How many of you guessed it would have been love? Okay. We did. We did. We did.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. I mean, and that's what we talk about. Literally. It's like, what feels like a pleasure to you? Do that thing that feels like the most pleasure.
Do that thing. I'm going to open with a story about love, and then we're just going to unfold from there, because I have notes from our Marco Polos back and forth, and we'll just see if some of these things come up, but it's going to be a doozy. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what we create together.
I'm in.
Here's a story, and I told this to you, Andrea. You already know this, but I'll share this with the audience too. Several years ago, I was on the phone with a client, and they were having a hard time. It was just heavy. It was heavy. And when I hung up the phone, I said, I love you. And even just saying those words right now and putting myself back in that moment, I can feel it. I can feel it. And it, just because you just said the word pleasure, this feeling is pleasurable. It's expansive. It's nurturing. It's soft. It's gentle. But just sharing those words with this client at this moment, this client who is a human being. Sometimes we say client and forget it's a human saying, I love you. And this was not an abnormal thing for me. I share my love. I share my reflections freely. In this case, in this instance, I hung up the phone, and my child, Dylan, my youngest, he looked at me and he said, who are you talking to that you said, I love you? And I said, oh, that was my client. He said, you can't talk to your clients like that, Mom. That's weird. That's weird. And I got to share with him that I do love my clients. My whole essence goes into that moment. And as Andrea, as you and I have been playing with this word love, you said to me the other day, and now I'm going to read a quote. You guys, I got my notes.
Oh, I love it.
I got
What
this
did
is what you
Andrea
said. This
say?
this is where I'd love us to start, if it feels fun.
Sure.
Let's see. Which one do I start with? I knew right where it was. Well, now there's so many.
There's so many. Where do we begin?
Okay, here, you know what? It's just a fraction of a quote, and then we're just gonna unpack it together. But you said, "The more I love what I do,
Mhm.
then the way I serve my client is with devotion."
Yes. Mm.
And I've been loving that word lately too.
I
So,
love
Chris,
the
let's
word
try.
devotion. Yes. I love the word devotion, and it takes time, right? Like, when you think about when you are doing something you love, it is an act of devotion. What we do is an act of devotion. So if you're cooking for your family, if you are driving your kids to activities, I'm just naming some things that happen over the
Yeah,
weekend. Um, these things
real
that
fun.
we do, there can be a frustrate that it allows us to be present, really present to whatever we are doing because it is an act of devotion and getting to hear um, what you were saying to your client, like, I love you, you're present, you're hearing it, you're listening and getting to experience um, putting yourselves in putting yourself in their shoes to say, I love you, and to do that, it gives them permission to love themselves in that moment too.
Just gonna sit with that one for a minute because you just wrapped this all the way back around the spiral of loving what we do,
Mhm.
being present in that love, sharing the love
Yeah.
that with words, with energy,
Mhm.
with the human that we're coaching.
Yeah.
And then that is inviting them to be in the space of love themselves, love for themselves.
Yeah. It's a space it's so beautiful, Jill, the way also the description of devotion, I think of they're doing what they love. They're doing what they love, and we get to help support the unfolding of that. And we get to help do the unfolding alongside them as an act of love. I mean, it really comes back to if if they're in their unique ability and their unique genius, and we are in ours, and how we do what we do is all like that's the flavor, the like real flavor of what we're bringing. That's so beautiful. And when we know, it's like, well, we get to do that. It's so fun. It's so fun.
um, Jerry, it's just the words, the way you say your words are loving. They
Thank
come with the energy of love.
thank
They
you.
just do. They just come with the energy of love.
I
One
keep
thing
oh, yeah.
no, you go. You
Oh,
go.
I keep a document, of a I am and then whatever people say. So I am going to write and add, I am the energy of love. So thank you, Jill. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're
Thanks.
welcome. I
Yeah.
am the energy of love.
Mhm.
We've really been unpacking love to together and exploring it and sharing ideas back and
Mm.
forth. This one I did not actually write down, which is fun. This one's coming to me right now, but it was I had a little glimmer of curiosity from
Mhm.
when you said this takes time.
Mhm.
This takes time.
It takes time.
And I was in the car with my youngest son again. He's much older now,
Mm.
and he said, "Mom, have you ever heard of the Eagles?" I'm like, come on, there.
You're
Yes,
new. I'm not new. You're new.
I know, of course, of course. He said that. He said that about a year ago. But we were listening to an Eagles song, and I'm going to sing to you the phrase that we were really geeking out on. He said, well, Glenn Fry probably said, or Don Henley said, "You can spend all your time making money, or you can spend all your love making time.
Mm.
And I said, Dylan, will you read me those lyrics? Because you can spend all your time making money. Like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, I get that. You could. You could. And and I'm very attuned to that. I'm like, I don't want to spend all my time making money. But will you read me that second line? He said, or you can spend all your love
Mm.
making time.
Mm.
And that has baffled me for it was like 4 days. 4 days it had baffled me. How do we spend love making time? I have some thoughts on that, but I wanna just see what came to you. Spend all of our love making
Oh my
time. You're
god.
such this deep well of
Yes.
curiosity.
Spending our love making time, I think, is like another definition of devotion, right? It's us getting we get to, and it brings us to presence, and it brings us, I've really enjoyed the way, and you gifted me Crazy Good by Steve Chandler. And I'd been reading Purposeful Coach, and a real aha for me was this space of to coach is to love all the parts, all the parts.
Yes.
The administrative parts, the business parts, it's not just the being in front of the human, it's all of it, and getting to really, allow that to be an act of devotion as well, because it might not always be a strong suit, and we talk in the space of EOS around it, this concept of delegate and elevate, of let's focus on the what we love and what we're great at, and in the space of, well, there might be some things that I don't feel that I'm very great at, I might deprioritize, but if I can bring some energy there, I can, like, rewire myself to, like, really be like, "I actually love it. I love it." It's an act of devotion, and when I do it, now all of a sudden, I feel pretty great at that too, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
You can spend all your love making time. What you've just done for us is you take that love into all of the times,
All the
all of
time.
the schedules, all of the appointments, all of the follow-up, oh, I gotta take this
Mhm.
to the post office.
Right.
I did
Calendaring.
I did that the other day. I had no idea how long it takes to stand in line at the post office. I'm like, "What?" But spend all your love, like, making the devotion being devoted to those other times.
Yeah. Then even those other times are actually also all part of it. It's all part of
It's all
the
part of it.
yeah, it's
It's
all
all
part of
part of
that
it.
experience, and that really, changed a lot for me. It really did. So thank you. Thank you for
Loving it all.
that book
Loving it all.
and all the coaching magic that you bring.
And all the coaching it's all
All of it.
coaching magic.
It's
It's
all
all
coaching magic. It really is. It
putting
really
the devotion into it. Putting the
putting that
devotion
devotion
into it.
into it, being able to, I think also recognize, I think a hard part is, well, w what do I wanna put devotion in? I think, like, backing up, the reason
Mm.
why I think it
Mm.
takes time is because backing up to, re rewriting, we get to rewrite the story of what is our passion? What gives us pleasure? What is the thing I do? That like that conversation we had of like, I know what I do. And even when I said it, and your beautiful ability, Jill, to pause and you're listening and you're like, say that again. Say it again. And in your, even your ears are in devotion and presence, and saying, I want to hear. Because when you hear it, you know when it's coming from someone's, like, their soul's expression. And then
Mm.
that is something that you know, the passion and the work and the drive that somebody will have then as they approach um their vision is a whole new, like, blank canvas for opportunity.
Wow. Okay, it's time for a commercial break. The commercial break of coaching magic, meaning I like the things that are coming through your words, which I love your words, and you
Thank you.
guys Andrea is a poet too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I just want to take a commercial break to just point out some things that are happening. Um, Bring the coaches into this conversation because it was a very rich experience that we had.
Mhm.
Andrea was sharing a story with me many months ago. And Andrea, I'm going to try to tell the story and you fill it in
Sure, yeah.
if it needs some spice and flavor, some
Yep,
color.
cardamom maybe?
She she was sharing a story with me where a client said to her, "Andrea, could you just come in and just do what you do? Just do what you do." And they weren't asking for a specific type of session or a and in your mind you're like, "Well, what do you want me to do? This thing or this thing?" And they just said, "No, just do what you do."
Mhm,
And she had this beautiful moment of like, "Well, what do you mean?" And we were having a conversation and she said the words, "I know what I do." And I was able to, like, she just reflected, I heard it. With a different energy, she said this phrase, "I know what I do." And we had a pausing moment, and I
mhm.
reflected those words to her. And it's unfolded for you, this phrase, "I know what I do." Now, coaches, I didn't say the phrase.
Mhm,
I didn't go to school. I didn't read a book. I didn't memorize 100 questions of what to
mhm.
ask Drea so she could unfold magically in front of me. In that moment, I was just lovingly relaxed and aware, and I just heard the phrase with a different energy and just fed it back to her. So, Drea, if you want to add to, or even just like share where that phrase has gone for you,
Sure.
because I know it's taken a few evolutions
Yeah.
into your understanding of your own coaching magic.
Mhm. I think it gives this opportunity of observation, right? Like the document of like my I am document that I have that I get to fill in. The points of observation are the points that we get to say, you're observing this in me, so let me pause and see what other times, where are other times that I have seen this? Where are the invitations that come forward? I have regularly an invitation of to speak, to articulate, to use my voice. That is it's a gift to get that we get to use, and so continuing to feel into the yes of an invitation comes in to get to use my voice, to get to observe, to get to facilitate, to get to coach and reflect back to someone what oftentimes they already know. Like, exactly, it's exactly what happened with us. It's that space of, yes, I this is inside me, but I am now, if I can write the permission slip to say, yes, here it is. Let's say more. I want to. It brings me again, like going back, brings me pleasure to hear people's stories and to get to see their treasures. So when someone is showing me their business, when showing someone is showing me their vision for something, I'm like, wow, I'm here. I'm like captive audience because this, like, only you can create this moment.
Hmm.
You're here for that. That's so incredible.
You shared that you find pleasure
Yeah.
in hearing people's stories,
Mhm.
and such a rich part of being a coach is listening. But the way you said hearing their stories, and if you're not watching this on YouTube, if you're just listening, it was so cute. Drea put her hands under her chin and she's like, I get to listen.
Yes, tell me
And
more.
you did that with such there was like an excitement and anticipation
Yeah.
for like, bring me your stories, and then together we're
Yes,
going to make them come true. Like,
absolutely,
that's what I felt.
absolutely. I don't know if you've ever seen Wings of Life, I may have mentioned this. Meryl Streep narrates it, and it's amazing. It's the narration of the behaviors between a pollinator and flowers, and
Ooh,
this
say more.
relationship is so important. It's like this symbiotic, um, necessary relationship of how um, life continues. These flowers get to bloom and and procreate because of the hummingbird, the butterfly, the insect, the bee. And it's such a sweet relationship. And I mentioned this the other night on the Marco Polo with you around the patient, teacher, and eager student.
Oh,
And
I was
that
hoping we were gonna talk about this.
relationship
Yeah.
is like everything to me. It's everything, not, and I think we often will say like business and life, but we are whole. We are one human. And so in all of my relationships, it's so joyful for me when there's a patient, teacher, eager student. I am both at all times. And so if someone is sharing a story for me, yeah, I'm going to pony up and be like, yeah, what? Tell me. Say more. Pause right there. Go deep, you know? It's so good.
For you to have that awareness that we are, like, coaches, I'll say it again because I feel it needs emphasis, we are both the
Student.
eager student,
Yes.
patient, teacher.
Mhm.
In this relationship with our clients, we're
Yeah.
both.
We're both.
And I know, when I started coaching, when I was a baby coach, I thought it's like, "Oh, teaching, facilitating, coaching, yeah. I
Yeah.
know how to tell people what to do. I have a lot of cool answers."
Yes.
And it's like, I gotta be the super smart coach and the knowledgeable to uh, mm,
Yeah.
patient
It's
teacher, but also eager student. It's both.
totally. Yeah. And when there's this, like, I love, in your coaching magic, this idea of co-creation, right? Like co-create versus dictate. When you said those words, it really resonates, this idea, any analogy, like we could have honey, we could have vinegar. I'm gonna choose honey. I mean, I like a balsamic vinegar every now and again, and white, like, vinegar is very, like, I can use it for cleaning and stuff, but
Mhm.
honey, like, I'm gonna use honey, or like a feather brick cement truck. I'm gonna start with a feather. Like, it's just more gentle.
Yeah.
And I really think that in leadership spaces, there's sometimes this feeling of, there can be, of like a dictate, or let me go harsher, let me show up in the space, but where there can be, and I'm intentionally wearing actually this, like a line and a circle. I don't know if you can see this line and circle. And I really enjoyed podcast on Know Thyself with Mark Gaffney, talking about lines and circles and how important
Mhm.
this, of acknowledging your own energy when you show up in a coaching space. What is that energy when we show up? Am I more line? Am I circle? Am I willing to be a spiral with
Mm,
the humans in the
mm.
space? It's a dance. Mhm.
It's a dance. It's always a dance. When and this is just coming to me when you said dance, and you've been using the word pleasure and
Yes.
love,
Yes.
and uh, what I'm feeling right now is when coaching experiences, both from when I am being coached
Mhm.
and when I am the human and when I am the coach,
Yeah.
the times when I think, oh, that turned out really well, whatever that was for everybody, they were pleasurable experiences.
Yeah.
I came out of it and I'm full. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm
You're like
like
vibing, electric.
vibing.
Yes.
Yes. And I've
Yes.
never until this moment, and now this is what happens a lot in my mind and my heart. When I have an aha moment, it goes chugga 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 all the way back in my past. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, okay, yeah, I'm addicted to pleasure. This is why I keep coaching. This is why I love coaching because there's these aha moments that
Yes.
feel really good in my body.
And that, you're so in your purpose there, right? You're so in your purpose, and that's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like to let's use the feather. Let's
Yeah.
use the invitation. We
Mhm.
in coaching magic will say, let's send out invitations. all the time. Let's send out lovely invitations versus a demand letter.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like, what does it feel like to get a demand letter?
Mhm.
It's it's scary, it's irritating, even if it's fake.
Totally. Yes.
Fake demand letters. The invitations just feel so,
Mhm.
so lovely, and I get the sense that when the invitations feel pleasurable,
Mhm.
that's where we have ease. We can move forward with ease and flow.
Right. It
I
creates
also
a
know
space.
well, yeah, you reflect on that because then I wanna go back to vinegar a little bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. I mean, the experience of receiving an invitation, and we also know, like with coaching, there's the cadence of accountability, right? Like
Yeah.
we're going to be checking in. Like this is happening. I'll meet you where you're at. There's the gentle invitations or curiosity and questions that can feel like this, like light, like gentle power. I love, in addition to like patient, teacher, eager student, it's like you can be powerful and you can be gentle. Like both of those could also be really present. And of course there's times where like, well, that was a little wake up call. And then the next time was like, well, now that was more like a brick. There might have been a loss, a dip in profit, like
Mhm.
retention issues, something that went askew, didn't go right. Um, so now we're like, well, now what? And through my own experience too, there's times where it's like, be like, Andrea, why is it that my feet have to be at the fire sometime before I'm willing to make a change? But those habits can be so hard. But when we have someone that can gently reflect back, yeah, we've been here before. You get to make that change.
Yeah, you get to, and you learn from it.
Yeah.
My favorite invitation, I don't know that it can be my favorite invitation, but, one that I use often that is effective is just on the for the accountability part.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not just gonna move on and go, "Oops, you didn't hit any of your goals, let's move
Right.
on." We're
Yeah.
not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I call that a half-assed coach. And sometimes I tease my clients, I'm like, "And you're paying for the whole ass coach?"
Yeah.
So, so here we go. But the the invitation that I use that is most effective, and it feels that, sending out an invitation with more of a feather than a brick
Yeah.
is, "Okay, we did not hit our results. What did you learn?
Mhm.
What would have you done? Hindsight, what is your past self what would your past self teach you, or what would you teach your
Totally.
past self?"
Yeah.
And then you just let it sit in silence for a few minutes and let people write. And they know exactly where they went wrong. They
Yes.
can see it upon reflection, and then they change. Now, of course, you and I could also stand up there and say, "You didn't do this, and you didn't do that, and you didn't do this." And this is what I feel. Just when I say that to myself, I'm like, eh, eh.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just shrink and I get
Yeah.
tight and constrictive
Absolutely.
and blame and shame. And then my brain and heart don't know where to go from there.
Exactly. It's like, "No thanks, mom. Pass. I already know what I did." But Jill, I love the writing. The writing
Mm,
is, in my own journey, as a coach also coincided with a journey of going of an uncoupling and a
mm,
lot of shift in my own family. And it's such a beautiful space where I took up more journaling and then noticing that my writing that would sometimes come out in poetry that has been such a beautiful expression for me also is a place of r- writing down those reflections regularly, and I have a client in Iowa that they're so dear to me, and it was so wonderful to hear when the integrator said, "I have started journaling and it has changed my life." And I'm like, um that's a feather.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
a
an
feather.
invitation to, we write this quarterly. What if you wrote daily?
Hmm.
Or we could start weekly. What would that feel like? You know,
Mm.
our relationship to writing, whether it's whatever we had in school. I mean, I can share my writing can get messy. I gotta need some proofread for my report card. But I know what I do.
I know what I do.
Gonna
I
come
don't need to read my journal. I just need to write in it.
I just
It's
need to
fine.
write it. Exactly, and then it comes out, so that's wonderful invitation also for teens to get to, write and then in the moment express,
Hmm.
the way of, like, "This is a truth. I didn't know how to express it. I didn't
Mm.
know how to articulate it, but now I've just had space to slow down and bring what's coming forward from my heart, and now I'm going to attempt to speak it."
Wow.
And it's beautiful.
It's sometimes I will say or reflect on my own sessions or my own day and think it is a miracle that humans can get together in a team of 5 or 7 or 45 or 450 working in a company and move in one direction and get things done
Yeah.
because there's so much going on up here and in here.
Mhm.
I did a painting the other day and it had layers and I was using it as an example with a client.
Mm.
And we were looking at the front layer. The one closest to us was these very specific flowers, and you could see the detail. And sometimes that's all we can see is what's right in front of us.
Mhm.
But if we'll just kind of pause, you can start to see the additional layers. And there might be mountains in the back that we can't see for ourselves if we don't just pause. And the miracle of 2 quiet minutes of thinking, feeling, writing it down, and sharing it, it feels like it does feel miraculous on how people can unfold and find their own heart.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then I think finding too, like, there's more alignment than separation,
Yes.
always, like, g going back to, Mark Gaffney one more time because that's just on my mind now. He defines, Eros as, like, this experience of radical aliveness and this
Mm.
ever approach or deepening towards each other. And when we get to express and share, I mean, sometimes all we have is words. There's so much in between though too, but they can be insufficient. I think we were just touching on that yesterday. But it is we are in the business of using our words. So having a way of finding alignment there is, we're all in a business or on a company or a leadership team to try to find alignment, these relationships that we
Yeah.
have with each other. Um, so those 2 quiet minutes can be everything sometimes.
Mhm. I'm glad you brought up the Eros definition because one of the things that you said was so powerful to me is this energy of leaning in. So
Mhm.
again, this is patient teacher,
Yeah.
eager student, but you lean in,
Yes. Yeah.
and that image,
Mhm.
which you've reflected to me that's part of my magic before. You're like, oh, you see images. It's so
Yes,
cool.
and your
This
art.
image.
So good.
Thank you. This image of it's the image of the energy of leaning in.
Yes.
I can sense that in all of my coaching experiences that I would put in, like, oh yeah, let's learn from this one, or let's do that one over again. Let's repeat these things. In every single one, both of us were leaning in.
Mhm. Mhm.
Both of us were leaning. It can't be me. Can't just be me motivating you.
Yes.
And it can't just be you, and I'm like, "Nope,
Mhm.
that's
You're
I don't
wrong.
do
You
that."
did it
Yeah,
wrong.
right, or I don't do that, or ask someone else, or
Right.
and you could even see it in my body language.
Yes.
It's just,
Yeah.
it just it it doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
So it's this leaning in, and it's this energy of love
It
that
is.
is I know causes me to magnetize and lean in.
I think it breeds creativity too, like, when you speak about, like, that co-creativeness, like, it draws out creativity, and we can spend our time in worry or anxiety, or we didn't get this done, or we said we were gonna do that and we didn't do it, and to help draw out from the worry, where can we be creative? Like,
Yes.
what is that next step? The creativity brings us back into action, out of the worry,
I
back into
I get the sense that creativity is both an outcome of leaning in and both a draw.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
what okay, what are we gonna create today?
Mhm.
I'm just reflecting on last week. I was with a client, and I've had more than 1,100 sessions. I mean, I've just done this over and over and again. And we were about ready to brainstorm around rocks, and it's this blank whiteboard,
Yeah,
and I write the date up there, and I just got fired up with this energy of this is a blank canvas. I have no idea what we're going to create.
yeah.
And neither did anybody else in the room. We had some ideas bubbling for sure, but we knew within the next hour there was going to be this creation of this plan
Mhm.
of where we're deciding to put our human energy and love.
Yes.
And it just got so exciting to me. I was just vibing
Yeah,
that they looked at me. They were fairly new,
yeah.
and they were like, oh my gosh, we really are. We're
We're gonna do that.
creating the future right here.
We are doing it.
We're creating time.
We're creating time. Let's put love into it.
We're spending our love creating time,
Yeah,
creating space and time. Maybe this is what the
absolutely.
future is going to look
This is
like.
what it'll look like.
Wow, and it's a lyric that will never stop giving, I guess.
It is. Thanks,
So
Eva.
it's that creation. It is the creativity.
Mhm.
This is, you used also the analogy of the flowers and the
Yeah,
bees
yeah.
and the birds and all of that. And if we think about procreation as
Mm.
human,
Mhm.
sometimes sometimes I'll be with some friends, and we're pulling some oracle cards, and
Yes.
and mama pulls a fertility card, and I'm like, oh hell no. I have 3 children. I'm good. I'm 50. All right. Menopause done. Check.
Check
And I
it.
remember I remember saying that to a friend one time, and she said, "Jill, just pause, because
Yeah.
fertility,
Mm.
this message, this energy of fertility," and I was like pulling it a lot. And I'm like, "What it like what? No, it's not. I'm not fertile. Okay? Closed for business." She gently with a feather, with an invitation, is what else? This is just creation.
Yeah.
What are you creating right now? I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm totally a creator. I'm an artist, I'm a
Yes,
coach,
you are.
I
Yeah.
create relationships, I create
Mhm.
conversations." Um, and it just shifted for me.
Yeah.
So opening up this word, creativity
Mhm.
or creator,
Yeah.
to so many more levels,
It's
so
so
many
good.
more levels.
It's so good. The space of experiencing what, tying in, like, the love and the pleasure and the fertility. I don't know if you've ever read, and I had it next to me because I was gonna, like, send it to you actually.
Mm.
15
Oh, thank you.
Conscious Leadership. Have you
No.
and one of the commitments is, to feel all your feelings. And to feel all your feelings, one of them is to even, as a leader, to really allow yourself to experience even like your sexual feelings, but without
Mm,
like removing anything that's profane from it, because it's from your
mm,
own temple, it's from your own
mm.
divinity. And so when you're experiencing, like, wow, that was an amazing session, I am like on, like, I'm electric, that was joyful, that is a space that your body is saying, this is a yes for me, and it's a space of creativity. Like, when you're experiencing fertility, you're experiencing the generating creative idea and expression. So, like, that problem that's been keeping you up at night, might very well be solved in some other creative ways.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Send it to you.
So you've just taught me a whole bunch of really cool things. Number 1, there's a book out there that I wanna read. Did you say it's the 15
The
Commitments
15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership.
of
So,
Conscious
really
Leader?
the
Wow.
space of at any moment we're above the line, like in conscious leadership
Mm,
or unconscious
mhm,
leadership. We could be present or not present. We could
mm,
be feeling our feelings or hiding them. We could be taking radical responsibility or pointing at other
mhm.
people,
Ignoring it.
ignoring it. Exactly. Um, and I just think it's such a cool, like, just seeing a line and being like, "Well, where am I?" And neither's wrong. Not
Mm,
there's good or bad. Just like, "Oh, today I was unconscious in this
yeah,
particular space."
yeah. And noticing is a win.
Yes,
Just notice it.
just
Just
notice
notice.
it. Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
that's some coaching magic.
There you go. Just notice it, and
Just
the rest
notice
really
it.
does
Don't
unfold. It
forget.
starts to fall into place
Yeah.
once
I mean,
we
even if
notice
you
it.
do forget it, I think that was something, also, in the experience of hearing you express, like, we can return and reflect or move on and forget. And even if you move on, forget, I mean, it's likely gonna come back, but this time maybe it's a brick next time when it comes back.
That's true too.
Right? Won't be a feather, it comes back. So, maybe
That's
you want
true
that.
too.
Yeah.
The other thing that dropped in for me as you were sharing that experience of feeling, after a beautiful coaching session where we've leaned in, there was
Mhm.
this energy of love, the
Yeah.
patient teacher
Yes.
and the eager student, and we're both. It's not
Yes.
I'm just
Mm,
when we've left that and we're reflecting on that, when we do feel
mhm.
high.
Yes.
um, I was in a coaching session this morning with a coach,
Yeah.
and we were unfolding something for her. And in this situation, I was the coach,
Right.
and uh, my spirit was like going through the roof, and
Yeah.
I was tingly all over, and
Mhm.
I was experiencing this pleasure
Yeah.
in this case of
Yeah.
being the coach, but also I was learning about my own energy.
So good.
I was
So
also the eager student.
right?
So you've taught all of us here is we all have feelings.
Mhm.
So feel your feelings, and then it's this, "Oh, this is a yes." The pleasure is, "Oh,
Right.
this is a yes.
Yeah.
This is a yes."
Right.
And
Or maybe it's a no sometimes,
oh,
right?
see, now I'm all confused.
Right? I mean, if it is a no, I mean, there's the experience I had a call with a client this morning where it's not always roses, right? I mean, this is where
Oh,
there might have been some vinegar.
yeah.
But, the space of I really appreciated the ability to, like, acknowledge it, have the vulnerability to share it, and bring there might not be full completion, but it's like picking up a Rubik's cube and looking at the question or puzzle and then some observation there, and then I'm gonna set it down,
Yeah.
but I'm going to share. I'm gonna face this maybe this no inside me or this expression
Mm,
that feels tight and and create that space that a coach gets to do of just like it can be like let's dump I love puzzles you do too.
I do.
Let's
I
dump
love
all the
puzzles.
puzzle pieces out, spread them out, see where we start.
Where we start. So I think this is what I just heard you say, and just check for my understanding
Yeah.
that these feelings inside of our body,
Yeah.
the yes.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll have to put this in an experience because
Yeah.
I've had the paradox of this feels tight, constrictive. I'm going to inquire. I'm just going to notice. I'm just going to say, hey, I'm observing something because I'm watching and
Yeah.
following my feelings. But the feeling of following the inquiry of the constrictive feeling actually does feel light.
Yes,
Light. I'm
and
like,
feel
yes,
right.
I'm
Right.
following this. It's a
Absolutely.
barometer. Sometimes we'll say our
Yes.
feelings are a barometer.
Right. We get to invite them all to the table and be like, "Oh,
Yes.
actually, this anger, cool, invite like, that's informing us of an action or of something, or this
Yes.
this pain
Yeah.
point is informing us, of something. So, you know, journal. They might not all be present at the table of 8 or 45, but, finding the place for them, finding a place for them.
Mm. Finding a place for all of the feels.
Yeah, girl.
All of the feels.
Yeah.
This has been so lovely. And again, I was
All of
looking
it.
forward to it. I had no idea what we would create. I'm so excited with this little co-creation we made.
Same.
And I'm still curious, is there something that is flowing through you, something that we didn't weave in today, that we might just put in here as a last little morsel?
Mm. So last little morsel. I think this expression of going back to love, of
Mm,
when we know what we really love and what we want to bring devotion to, and it doesn't feel like work. Like getting to
mm,
be in service and devotion and in love towards any relationship that you're giving your time, which is now love. We're making, yeah, that's it's I think that would be my final nugget of just like, what does that look like? What does that look like today,
mm.
tomorrow?
It it's such a beautiful thing to wrap up on because we have probably a lot of us heard, "Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life."
Right.
We've heard that, and we also wove in there, "Love all of it."
Of all of
And
it.
so that phrase that maybe we grew up with or we've heard early in our career, "Do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life," is, yes, pause. Do what you love.
Yeah.
Just love.
Just
Love.
mhm.
No matter what you're doing, if it's administrative or if it's a heavy moment you're
Mhm.
working through, it's all still done with love. It can
That's
be.
just love. Yeah.
It
And
can be.
any feeling fully experienced can be bliss.
Wow. Any feeling fully experienced can be bliss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the
Yes.
paradox today. Um, as our final thing, would
Yes.
you like to play a game?
Yes, please.
We just love to
Yeah,
play
I would love
games.
to play.
Okay, this game
Yes.
is I'm grabbing one of our favorite deck of cards,
Okay.
Sweet Ass
Oh, yes,
Affirmation,
yes,
okay?
mhm.
And I'm gonna shuffle them.
Okay.
So you can see me shuffle. Oh, you
That's
can't
so
see me
cool.
shuffling. I'm gonna pull a card,
Okay.
and then you're gonna share what comes up for you, and I'll
Okay.
share what comes up for me,
Okay.
and you get to decide who goes first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's see which card we're gonna do today. Oh, I am a contagious fireball of laughter and joy wherever I go.
Well, yes. Oh, that's so good. Um, we were talking about Akashic Records recently,
We
and
were.
I what came up for me is, I wrote a poem, called "This Little Light of Mine," um, and it is I think of us each with this light that we have that we get to shine all over the place. And when I did my Akashic Records, the um, what was shared was that there was a group like my ancestors that
Mm,
were like cheering for me, like shine brighter, like even brighter. And so what I think shows up for me is this fireball that we get to be is like this light in my heart is now like the fireball, and
I love it.
love and joy,
My reflection of you is you are a contagious fireball of laughter and joy wherever you go.
as are you, Jill, as are
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
This is a silly thing that came to my mind, but I like to just share the first thing. I woke up last night to check out the lunar eclipse,
Yes.
right? And so I get up, It's 1 o'clock, this kind of fireball.
Yeah.
I'm all excited. I get up, I go outside, and nothing's happening. And so I Google it, and actually the lunar eclipse is only seen from the other side of the planet. So
But it's there.
I just sat with the moon. I sat with the full moon for 15 minutes, and then I went back to bed. But that story has brought so much contagious laughter just this morning with the people I've shared it with. So hopefully brings laughter to everybody else too.
You are a contagious fireball of laughter and joy, Jill. 100%. 100%. And I love getting to experience it alongside you. It's
Thank you so much.
a pleasure.
It is a joy to be your friend.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for playing with me today in the land of coaching magic. If you want more magic, I invite you to explore www.jillyoung.com. This is where you can see all the shenanigans I've created for you to expand your world of coaching. See you there. And remember, you are magic.